Hey guys, Josh from SoccerReviewsForYou.com, bringing you an unboxing plus on-feed video of the miAdidas NitroCharge 1.0s that I customized and ordered about a month ago now. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for this particular unboxing, but before I get to that, I just wanted to mention that if you guys did miss out on the original video for the miAdidas NitroCharge 1.0s, basically the process for picking the design was this. I came up with 5 separate designs and allowed you guys to vote for which design you liked best. Whichever design got the most amount of votes after about 48 hours is the design that I went with. It was very, very close. There was like 3 designs that were all within 10-20 votes of each other, and there was a lot of votes, thousands of votes, and I finally picked a design, ordered it, and this is what I have. It's right here in the box. I'm very excited to show it to you guys. So without further ado, we'll get right into the unboxing, and if you guys want to check out that original video, I'll leave an annotation on screen. Alright, here's a look at the box itself. You can see they put it in a fancy looking miAdidas sleeve that contains a standard Adidas box. So I'll get the sleeve off of here, open up the box, and they do include an extra, which is of course a string bag. I'm not sure why they don't include string bags with their standard models, but you do get it with the miAdidas models. You can see that the string bag is black. You got your miAdidas logo there on the front in blue with their website at the bottom. On the back there's like a rectangle of open mesh just to allow for a little bit of ventilation when your shoes are in there. They do have the SR4U screen printed on there to match the custom embroidery on the shoe itself, and of course your Adidas logo in white as well. So I'll get that out of the way, get the shoes out of the box, and if you guys could take a second to leave a like on the video, it would be greatly appreciated. So here is a look at the custom colorway, or the miAdidas NitroCharge 1.0 that you guys picked. It is not the one that I was personally rooting for to win, but I have to say after seeing that this was the one that was the most popular and received the most amount of votes after about 48 hours, and seeing them in person, I have to say that this is a really, really nice looking colorway. And overall, I'm just really impressed with the miAdidas customization service for the NitroCharge 1.0. Now, just to run you guys through the colorway very, very quickly, the first main color on the shoe itself is obviously this purple / dark blue. It's a very, very unique color. They call it Hero Ink. I'm not sure if they're ever going to release this colorway or this particular color of the upper on a standard colorway release. But for a miAdidas shoe, it is available, and I have to say that the color in person looks absolutely fantastic. In certain lighting, it will look like a very deep, rich purple, and in other lighting, it will look more like a navy blue, but definitely more purple than blue in my opinion. Has a nice kind of shiny metallic finish, and with that leather finish of the Hybrid Touch synthetic material itself, it just has a very clean and very almost expensive look about it, which is kind of what you're looking for from any high-end soccer shoe. So all of the Hybrid Touch synthetic on the upper is in this Hero Ink color. You can see that the energy sling here, made out of rubber, is in that orange. You have 2 color options for the energy sling. Orange, which comes with a white sprint frame, or you can go with the Volt yellow, or they call it electricity for Adidas, and that comes with a black sprint frame. I went for the orange one simply because we haven't seen one yet in any of the NitroCharge colorways. Plus, I kind of wanted the white sprint frame. It looks really good, and that also comes with an orange energy pulse system at the base of the sole plate. Other orange accents include the little logo here at the top of the tongue, your NitroCharge logo right here on the instep. Of course, the Adidas stripes on either side are in orange. Your pads here at the back of the heel, or your Achilles tendon guard, have the orange pads underneath the white protective mesh, which looks really, really cool. And of course, you do have your Hero Ink and orange Adidas logo right here on the inside of the heel. The laces themselves are in white, as you can see. The little extension piece around the energy sling is also in white, also made out of rubber as well, and again accents well with the protective mesh as well as the sole plate itself. The protective mesh is in white, and I actually went back today just to verify what the names of all the colors were on the NitroCharge 1.0 that I have here, and apparently you can't actually use white as a protective mesh color on the shoes anymore. I'm not sure why they have removed that option. I'm not sure if it's going to come back. But it wasn't available, so I have one with a white protective mesh. I'm not sure if that's going to be an option anymore, but if you did order an early pair, white protective mesh was an option for you. Of course, the sprint frame itself is in white, as you guys can see. The studs on the white sprint frame are in like a metallic silver. It's not a super shiny silver, but it is kind of a silver material. These two front studs, along with the middle stud, are also in a translucent plastic to match the standard models of the NitroCharge. As you can see, there's a little bit of translucent plastic around the energy pulse system as well, and of course there's some texture around there just to give it more of a frosty look. Just depending on the textured finishes on the material itself. As far as other customization features themselves go, I went with a Canadian flag little circle logo right there on the outside, and you're going to find that on both shoes, as you can see. For those of you guys that don't know, I live in Canada, always have, and probably always will, and that is why I put a Canadian flag on there. And then of course I went with the SR4U embroidery customization right there, and it goes right above the NitroCharge 1.0 logo. Definitely an interesting spot to put embroidery, but it looks really, really good. And it's cool that they didn't kind of cheap out on it. Basically what they did is they embroidered it directly to the material itself, but not through the mesh lining on the inside, or the lining on the inside in general. So there's not any kind of rough spot on the inside of the shoe to cause any kind of discomfort, which is a problem with a lot of aftermarket embroidery, simply because they just punch a hole through the entire shoe and you have kind of a leftover rough area on the inside of the boot. And that's just not the case on this particular shoe, so I'm really happy that they went with that style of embroidery. They didn't cheap out. You do have your orange heel liner as well, made out of like a kind of textured synthetic, almost a nubuck like material. It's very, very unique. It is synthetic and it's very, very soft. Plenty of padding in there. And one thing to just touch on the quality of the miAdidas NitroCharge 1.0 here is that it is perfect. Like, there are no imperfections that I can spot out on the shoe itself. The materials are amazing, and overall, in comparison to the production versions of the shoe, and I've dealt with both the colorways that are currently available, these are pretty much flawless. So in comparison to a production model, I would say that the miAdidas is going to be a little bit better quality. Of course, it isn't mass produced, so that may be part of the reason, but overall, the quality of materials, the way it's put together, there's pretty much no excess glue around the shoe at all. It's just really, really well constructed, and definitely worth the price if you are looking for that. To pay that little bit of extra to get your custom colors, you're getting a quality shoe along with your custom colors, so just keep that in mind. As far as the insole itself goes, this is the one thing that is a little bit fishy to me. You get your miAdidas logo right there at the base of the heel, and it's actually a Predator LZ2 insole. You can see it says control the ball, and it's got the graphics of the Predator LZ2. That's just the graphics. Really, it doesn't mean anything when it comes to the insole itself. The insole on both the NitroCharge 1.0 and the Predator LZ2 are actually exactly the same, but this one does have the LZ2 graphics on there, so I'm not sure if this was a mistake or not, or if all of the miAdidas NitroCharge 1.0s come with this insole. Again, it's not a huge deal, it just doesn't technically match the shoe. The insole itself does have a synthetic nubuck or suede finish on the top with this kind of grip coating on the graphics themselves, so it does work really, really well. Provides a nice step in comfort. It's not overly thick, as you can see, and it's just made from your standard EVA foam, so nothing too fancy, but it definitely does get the job done. So that's pretty much it as far as the kind of unboxing portion of the video goes, and move on to a quick weigh-in so you can see what the difference is in weight between the miAdidas NitroCharge 1.0 and the production version of the shoe itself. For the sake of comparison, we're going to weigh in the miAdidas NitroCharge 1.0 versus the standard colorway release NitroCharge 1.0. Now keep in mind these are both in brand new condition and are both a size 9 US, so this is a very fair comparison. We'll start with the standard colorway release of the shoe, and you can see that these guys weigh in at 8.2 ounces, so very lightweight. Take that off the scale, throw on the miAdidas NitroCharge 1.0, and you can see that these weigh in at 8.4 ounces. So there's a 0.2 ounce difference in weight between the miAdidas version of the shoe and the standard colorway release, with the miAdidas version being slightly more heavy, if you will. 0.2 ounces is not something that is a significant amount of weight. Obviously, the miAdidas version of the shoe does have some extra embroidery and decals on it, but for the most part, are you going to notice a difference in weight either in hand or on feet between both models? Absolutely not. And like I mentioned, the quality does seem to be not a lot better, but it does seem to be pretty much perfect on the miAdidas version of the shoe, whereas on the standard colorway release, like any mass-produced soccer shoe or shoe in general, you will find some imperfections here and there. So it's 0.2 ounces, an amount of weight that you should be kind of scared of and really be skeptical about buying a miAdidas shoe. Absolutely not. It's fairly common for these ones to weigh a little bit more, so it's not something that worries me at all, and it isn't something that should worry you either. So that's pretty much it as far as the weigh-in portion of this video goes. And move on to a quick on feet so you can get a better idea as to how these shoes fit. Alright, here is a look at the miAdidas NitroCharge 1.0s on feet. And overall, they fit and feel like a standard pair of NitroCharges, which is pretty much what you would expect. It's a very comfortable boot from right out of the box with minimal break-in time required. The overall fit of the shoe is suitable for most foot types, mainly because you do have a fairly deep lacing system, making for plenty of adjustability. Just keep in mind that the energy sling through the forefoot does not allow for any kind of expansion, and if you do have a very wide forefoot area, then you probably want to stay away from the boot altogether. But for the most part, like I said, this is a shoe that's going to suit most foot types. As far as sizing goes, I'm wearing my usual size 9 US, and the fit and length is absolutely perfect. So if you wear a size 9, for example, in the standard NitroCharge, I strongly recommend going for your standard size or the same size in a miAdidas option as well. The sizing and fit is pretty much exactly the same. So that's pretty much it as far as the on-feet portion of this video goes. These are definitely some good looking shoes, and what's great about the miAdidas customization service is that you can pick the colors that you want for yourself while still getting the benefits and performance out of the NitroCharge 1.0 or any Adidas model that you would like to customize. So like I said, that's it for the on-feet portion of this video goes, and I'll leave you to my final thoughts. Alright guys, that's it for my unboxing plus on-feet video of the miAdidas NitroCharge 1.0s. Really happy with how my design turned out, and like I mentioned in the video, the quality of the miAdidas NitroCharge 1.0 is absolutely fantastic. My pair is completely flawless, and you really are getting a high quality product through Adidas's customization service. So if you guys want to get a pair of these for yourself, I will leave a buy it now link down below in the description to the miAdidas website. It'll take you right to the product page for the NitroCharge 1.0. And even if you're not interested in buying a pair right at this moment, I strongly recommend just going to the website and playing with the customizer. It's a lot of fun, especially if you're somebody who likes to make up your own colorways and just kill a little bit of time. Definitely something that's worth checking out if you haven't done so already. So again, a link to that can be found down below in the description. If you guys do want some more detailed images of my pair right here, be sure to check out the review page on my website, which you can find linked down below in the description. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. And if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to support it with a like. Other than that, guys, if you're not subscribed already, be sure to hit that subscribe button for daily videos on all the latest soccer gear. All of my social media links can be found down below in the description. If you guys want to check out the other miAdidas video that I have of the F50 Addy Zeros in leather, I'll leave an annotation to that on screen. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. And as always, thanks for watching.